Good morning. Welcome to Unity Longmont Spiritual Center on January 3rd, 2021. Happy New Year. And we will begin this service with music by Clint Brown and Connie Schaefer, and I will be speaking later about Epiphany. So, Connie and Clint.
Circles and cycles have been on my mind a lot as we're starting a new cycle, and the sun is coming back again this year. So, yesterday a child came out to wander, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. Then the child moved 10 times round the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like, when you're older, must appease him, and promises of someday make his dream. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels to car wheels through the town. And they tell him, take your time, it won't be long now, till you drag your feet to slow the circles down. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game.
Thank you, Connie and Clint. And it's at this time that we go into prayer together by taking a breath. Beloved presence, we are gathered here at the beginning of a new year. We are gathered here just several days before Epiphany. And yet our hearts are open every day to new epiphanies, to new revelations and understandings of who we are and what we are to do as individuals and as a community. Today we will celebrate the gifts you have given us and explore how best to use those. And so, as always, we say thank you and end our prayer with gratitude. And so it is. And we'll have more music with Clint and Connie.
I'm hopeful that this year will be even better than last year's excitement in a good way. So, Connie and I have been working on a little different instrumental arrangement here. So, this is some words I wrote to an old tune. Lift high the lamp of truth and love, the lighted path will then appear, and turn your eyes to the way ahead. Pray for the ones you hold dear. Always joyful the new way home. Let vision come and insight rise. Hold precious our glorious earth, while lifting our gaze to the sky. The year that passed has been cruel and hard. With aching hearts we carried on. We strained with sorrow, grief, and pain. Dear friends have now passed and gone. Turn seasons, the wheel of time. Let understanding and wisdom flow. Hail futures of joy and love. Return to the light as we go. Let light fall gently upon the earth. Hold strength, keep faith for a bright new day. Soon radiant sounds from a land of love may give hope for a new shining day. Ways forward may be revealed to glorious love and caring souls. Truth unfolded and vision clear, the bright way will lead us home.
How beautiful and tender. Thank you so much. So, today I'm going to talk about Epiphany. And the Epiphany that so many faiths celebrate is usually celebrated on January 6th. And it is the manifestation of Christ to the Gentiles as represented by the visit by the Magi. We often think of three Magi visiting because there are three gifts, and yet it is believed there were anywhere between 2 and 20 Magi. And it is believed they were Zoroastrian priests and may have been men and women. And what is significant about them coming is not only the honoring of Jesus's birth, but the gifts that they gave to Jesus, the child. And those same gifts are given to us. And they are gold. And in unity, gold is the consciousness of all that is, knowing I am that I am. Frankincense is the ability to transmit the material to its spiritual essence, especially around air and food and thoughts. And myrrh is the power of love. I am a child of God, so I am love. This is what we know and believe. So today, let us celebrate our own inner magi, that inner knowing of all that is and that we are a part of it. John, the Gospel of John, is about Jesus as a mystic. It's a very mystical gospel. And he begins with, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things came to be through him, and without him nothing came to be. What came to be through him was life, and this life was the light of the human race, the light of the human race. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. So who is this he? This he is not a being, a person, as we might imagine. This he is Christ. And what is Christ? Reverend Ed talks about it when he says, Christ is an English adaptation of the Greek word Christos, which in turn is a translation of the Hebrew, usually translated as Messiah. It means the anointed one. It's used to describe someone empowered by God to do a spiritual work in the world. Most Jews believe that Messiah is one person and that he has not yet come to earth. Traditional Christians believe that Jesus of Nazareth was the Christ or Messiah. Unity believes and understands Jesus to have taught that Christ is not one unique person, but rather the divine essence of every person and everything. So we are not to await the Messiah or to follow another person in the belief that he is uniquely the Christ. We are rather to follow the teachings and example of Jesus to recognize, release, and express our own Christ identity, the oneness with God that is the truth of who we are. Everything that has ever been created was created by the Christ energy. Another word that we often use is love. There's something else that we can remember as to who we are and what we are to do here, and that is that we have been given the keys to the kingdom. In Matthew 16:19, Matthew says, I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. That's about power and responsibility. In unity, the kingdom of God is the absolute spiritual realm of everything. And the kingdom of heaven is what is manifested here on earth. Charles Fillmore captured this meaning when he said, that which is true we can declare. And as we declare it here on earth in the kingdom of heaven, it becomes true everywhere. So what are we to do with our inner magi once we become more familiar with it? Some of that answer lies in Matthew 7:24 through 27. Build your house on the rock. Everyone then who hears these words of mine and does them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain fell and the floods came and the winds blew and beat on that house, but it did not fall because it had been founded on the rock. And everyone who hears these words of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the rain fell and the floods came and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. So what is the rock? Jesus said to Peter, I will build this church upon the rock. The rock is love. Everything that we do, everything that we are, comes from love. And we have choice about how to express that. So, taking our search of who we are even further, we read in Exodus 3:13, when Moses asked God, what do we call you by? What is your name? And God responded, I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. This phrase has a verb in it. It's not a noun, it's a verb of being, of becoming. And given that we were created in the image of God, we too can say, I am that I am. In unity, I am is the name of God within all humankind and everything. I am that I am. Jesus has 7 I ams that he shares in the book of John. Again, the book of John is about the mystic Jesus. And in sharing these, John demonstrates how the consciousness of Jesus grew. The first is, I am the bread of life. So just let that sink in for a moment, recognizing these I am statements are true of us too. I am the bread of life. As bread sustains physical life, so Christ offers and sustains spiritual life. I am the light of the world. I am the light of the world. To a world lost in darkness, Christ is a guide. Boy, we have needed that in this past year, and we will continue to need it. I am the door of the sheep. So this Christ energy protects, as shepherds protect their flocks from predators. I am the resurrection and the life. Death is not the final word for those in Christ. I am the good shepherd. Christ watches over all. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Christ is the source of all truth and knowledge about God and about us. I am the true vine. Christ energy flows in and through us, and then we cannot help but bear good fruit. We are Christ actualized. We are expressions of Christ. As part of our practice, because unity is a very practical faith, let us be aware of the power of I am statements. Let us catch ourselves when we say, I am tired. I am worn out. I am sorrowful. What we find is more useful is we cannot ignore the feeling that we have. but we can name it as a feeling. So I feel tired, and yet I am energy. I feel sad, and yet I am whole. That honors and acknowledges our human experience and reminds us of our divinity. So the word light comes up a lot in our community. And in John 8:12, it is written, again, Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. We are invited to take on the responsibility of sharing divine light. The Christ provides us the resources to do so. This then feeds our soul and the soul of others. With each breath and each moment, we can choose to share the light. And so it is. And I will share with you a beautiful meditation. Do you need me? And so it is. And so we will have another piece of music from Connie and Clint. Thank you.
So this is a John Denver song. Perhaps love is like a resting place, a shelter from the storm. It exists to give you comfort, it's there to keep you warm. And in those times of trouble, when you are most alone, the memory of love will bring you home. Perhaps love is like a window, perhaps an open door. It invites you to come closer, it wants to show you more. And even if you lose yourself and don't know what to do, the memory of love will see you through. Oh, love to some is like a cloud, to some as strong as steel. For some a way of living, for some a way to feel. Some say love is holding on, some say letting go. Some say love is everything, and some say they don't know. Perhaps love is like the ocean, full of conflict, full of change. Like a fire when it's cold outside, thunder when it rains. If I should live forever and all my dreams come true, my memory of love will be of you.
Thank you, Clint. And it's at this time that we go into our donation of love and light by taking a breath and placing our hands on our chest above our heart and being aware of that divine expression within our heart, the light and the love. And we can choose at any time to let that light and love expand and to have it shine forth beyond ourselves and shared with others. We can do that in this moment or any other moment with choice. And let us notice this light and love is inexhaustible. It's always there. And so it is. And we will have another piece of music.
I open my heart, may it always be with you, nurture and sustain you, even when, sorry, let me start this over. I open my heart, I open my heart, of our sharing, may we become whole. May the vision we share bring hope and bring healing. Let the joy and the caring be for all time. May the light of your love shine forever in spirit for all who are near it. I open my heart. I open my heart. May it always be with you, nurture and sustain you, even when we're apart. I offer my soul as we journey together through the light of our sharing. May we become whole. The vision is clear through the truth of your beauty. Every instant is healing. All pain is transformed. Your purity shines outside the illusion, beyond all confusion, as you open your heart. I open my heart. May it always be with you, nurture and sustain you, even when we're apart. I offer my love as we journey together through the light of our caring. May we become